Hi everybody, Carol here. Today I have a card for you. Actually, it's a little booklet full of several little mini cards, and I had a leftover package of wonderful Carta cardstock printed on both sides. It's actually a kit, a big old mega bundle, and it had so much in it that I had, after I made mini cards last year, I had some left over. So I thought, well, before I order something new, I'm just going to go back through this and get in the Christmas card making mood here. And so this is what I'm doing, and you'll see the different pieces of paper. I cut them all 5 by 5 3/8. Some of them you saw I had to kind of patch them a little bit to make the measurement, but that just added interest. And there's my Tombow Mono Multi Glue that's my all-time favorite. And so I'm putting, this is going to be the cover of the booklet, and it's one of my favorite pictures. And then I'll have a front and back page that are just slightly larger than the rest of the pages, just to give it that cover look. And so then as you go along, you'll see I bring in a hole punch that I use, a swing line, and you line it up. You can rearrange the little punches, and so I'm punching this card, and I'll punch all of them eventually, and so that I have a front and a back. And so this is just a sample of some of the pages, and how you have room to do some writing. That's the whole point. It's kind of like a memory book. And so this shows that I used 2 different pieces, and then some of their enamel dots, one of the sayings and one of the frames, and put them together. So there's so much to work with in any of these big bundles like this. So that's one. Here's another one. I'll just show a few how I put them together. And sometimes it's rather mind-boggling to figure out which pages to put with which pictures with which kind of paper, and but that's the fun of it too. And so this is the back page. It is slightly larger than the others, and so they're nice and sturdy. That's one thing I like about it. And then this picture, I'm just showing how I matted one of the pictures on just some plain white cardstock, which means the back is totally clear to write on. Now for most all of them, on the back I put a white sheet of cardstock, or just a little piece of it, so that you could write on it. So I'm doing the backs of some of the cards here, and the fronts of some of the cards, and then the backs of some. I have them stacked up with what I want on the other side underneath. So I'm just pulling them up one at a time and putting them together. Some of these have stickers on them. Some of them our pictures have to be glued down. There's one of the back pieces back there, and it's really a lot of fun. And so now here are just some more hole punches. I won't do all of them, but just to show how they're all starting to come together now. And that hole punch has really been a good tool for me. I've enjoyed it. So again, the back, I'm putting down a piece of white cardstock that I can write on. A lot of these I wrote words like favorite, and that's a sticker. And there's another sticker. And so this was the white cardstock, so I had the writing on the back, favorites, and just kind of showing you how they're all lining up. Now I used calligraphy, but you could use a stamp to write the word favorite, or whatever you want. And I'm showing here that I tried to stack them light paper, dark paper, light paper, dark paper, and just to give variety. And so here's the booklet with the holes punched. Before I put it together, it's easier to turn the pages, so I'll show you this opening. This is just kind of a front page of the book, and I think this is a good place that you could write to my very special, or Christmas 2022. You could use the ink pen the way I did, or you could use a rollerball pen, or whatever you want to use. So there's the first picture, and on the back it has a stocking, so you might want to say my favorite stocking that I ever had, or the favorite stocking I made. And that shows just how I wrote it. And absolutely no big deal. You could say favorite. You could say anything. There's the one we made just a little while ago. Here's another one that could be my favorite gift, because on the other side it's a wagon full of gifts. This one could be my favorite tradition, or my favorite memory. And this one could be my favorite gathering, like relatives or something. And this one, since it has the candy canes, this could be my favorite dessert or my favorite recipe, and you could put that in. Again, this could be a favorite tree. I like a flocked tree. I like a live tree. I like an artificial tree. This one could be my favorite trip. Maybe you went to someone's house, grandmom's house, and but it could also be my favorite adventure, like that sleigh ride. And this is the final page. This could just be a nice long story, something you remember that your grandpa did, or something you remember that your children did, or one of your pets. It could be something like that. I tried to leave lots of room to put photos. The pages are not covered just solidly, so you'd have room for photos or ticket stubs or magazine pictures. And then I ended up just putting it together with some of these binder rings. Some of them are easier to latch and unlatch than others. I don't know why, but anyway, when you get them to snap, then it works. And so I hope you enjoy them. That shows the thickness of it, and it could be bigger, of course, or smaller, of course. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this. I've gotten comments before that people like booklets, so I hope you like that, and very many blessings to you. Thank you again.